dress style that you would love to try. But before you even go to put on the dress, the internal dialogue goes crazy, saying things like, "You're way too fat for that. You're way too old for this. You cannot wear that because you're short, or you cannot wear that because you're tall," or all of the things. Or you see a woman wearing a style that you would love to wear, and you find yourself thinking, so easy for her because she isn't too fat, old, doesn't mind being seen, has got the personality for it. Sound familiar? I think if you are a woman on this earth, it's gonna sound familiar. And this is one of the things that I realized very early on when I started my business 20 years ago. Working with women and also for myself, I find that we have these internal voices and this internal dialogue that determines what we think we can and cannot wear. And guess what, girlfriend? They're not always true. In fact, they're often not true. So in this video, I am going to share with you my 4 tips that I find useful as a woman who is on camera a lot, both on national television on QVC and right here on YouTube, seeing myself from many different angles, and I promise you those voices come from me, as well as so many of the women that I have styled and designed for in the last 20 years. Now, I am not a psychologist, I don't profess to be one, but I have found these tips have not only worked for me, have worked for my clients, and I'm hoping they can work for you too. Because girlfriend, you deserve to rock a look that you want to wear with confidence. But we sometimes have got to deal with this stuff, right? So, tip number 1 is to acknowledge the voices. So many times I feel like we live in a society where it's all think positive, like focus on the good. And while that is true, and while I am a very positive thinker, I also know that we need to be real with ourselves. And so if there are these internal voices that come, just acknowledge them. Go, okay, this is what's coming up for me. I'm feeling like I'm going to be too fat, too old, all of the twos. That's normally how you recognize them. So first of all, just recognize that they're there and just go, okay, they exist.